People are only disabled because the world disables them. Now, my accident happened in 2013 and I was in and out of hospital for 2.5 years. I think the scariest thing was realizing that my identity was stripped away. So now I have no idea who I am and what my future is going to be like. You try to make sense of it, but it's funny how your brain doesn't accept it immediately. And it takes you a while to get there. But yeah, I think that period of not knowing fully what's wrong with me and having a little bit of understanding to saying, now what? What am I going to do? Am I going to be a burden to not only my family, but just to people in general? Am I always going to be that inconvenience? But fortunately, I had family and friends who loved me through the whole process, even when I didn't necessarily like or love myself. Yeah. You have to learn everything again, and I'm talking about bathing, I'm talking about dressing yourself, going to the bathroom, even interacting with people. I think trying to make myself useful is what keeps me going. Because if I'm not useful anymore, then what's the point of being around? Society in general is not well educated or exposed to dealing with persons with disabilities. The general public and also businesses as well seem to always have people in wheelchairs as an afterthought. So you'll find like, yes, there is a bathroom, but it's not accessible. There are tables that are my height, but my feet can't get in because, they're blocked. You go to public spaces, you go to malls, people look at you. I used to mind it, but I don't anymore. Simply because I think people are curious, or they're always drawn to what's different. I recognize that, first of all, I can't change it. So how do I see the positive, or how do I work my positive in this whole situation? And if people have questions, I'm always like, hey man, let's talk. But I think the most fascinating thing though is kids. Kids always look at me with like this innocence, but also this confusion and also this jealousy as well. So a kid doesn't understand that I'm in a wheelchair. A kid just sees a grown-up with a chair with wheels and they're like, why don't I have one? Well, I try to break down the different days that I gym. So whether it's biceps and chest one day or triceps and back, I do about 2 days of weight training and 2 to 1 day, depending, of cardio. Cardio has been a bit of a challenge, simply because I can't jump on the treadmill and push myself. So I would do, majority of my cardio is like battle ropes. So because I'm a T5 paraplegic and I don't have abdominal muscles, I need to strap myself literally against the wall or this poles over here so that I don't fall over as I'm busy doing my battle ropes. If I have to be honest, I think I was very self-involved. You had the ambitions of being a model, so I did the push-ups, had the six-pack going. So my six-pack dreams are gone, but I've learned to work with what I have. So that means getting the guns working, that's the way to go, get my chest good. My occupational therapist at the time sort of randomly told me about this race and it's like, you have to go out, you have to live, you can't lock yourself in a room anymore. And then I heard about the race, I heard they're raising money for spinal cord research and I was like, okay, pretty cool. I did the race not knowing much about it, and then after the first race, I fell in love with the concept and it sort of made me understand that if we can actually solve this problem, a lot of people, a lot of kids don't have to go through sort of the trauma and the pain that I've had to endure. All of the money raised goes directly towards spinal cord research. So Wings for Life has done a fantastic job with their partners to make sure that all of the money, the entry fees goes towards that. And what makes this race fascinating is that it happens all around the world at the exact same time and there's no finish line in the traditional sense. So everybody starts running at the same time and then there are catcher cars that drive behind you. So if you want to walk 5Ks, you can. If you want to run as fast as you can and the car catches you 100 kilometers down the road, that happens too. So it's pretty cool. And Wings for Life also does a fantastic job where at the different activation centers around the world is that everybody can watch each country live. Events like this or engaging with able-bodied people is that humans can surprise you, and it becomes, you get that bond, that camaraderie that you're saying. My purpose in life has changed, because I think prior to my accident I always thought I would find my purpose through some other external factor, but I realize a lot of it is you have to determine these things for yourself. And being out there and speaking about these issues is kind of my therapy as well, because it helps me deal with everything that I'm going through. I'm having a why not try go for the Olympics. Gives me about 4 or 5 years to train properly, but of course that's a journey that I have to be sort of disciplined. But at the moment, I'm just training to look sexy in a suit and look good in pictures, I think.